Hi there. Welcome to the November 8th West Grand School District video update. I want to begin by saying cinnamon rolls. Yes, that's right. I said cinnamon rolls. I'm going to talk about them, just not right now. You're going to have to stay tuned for that. I'll begin, actually, by talking about my final thoughts with Amendment 73. I know you've heard me talk so much about Amendment 73 over the last several months, probably to the point where you don't want to hear anymore. So I promise I'll keep it brief. Tuesday evening, as I watched the election results scroll across the bottom of my TV screen, it became increasingly apparent that 73 was not going to be successful. Certainly I was a little disappointed, but I had to remind myself that we did not lose anything. Nothing was being taken away from us. If anything, there's victory in this defeat. A victory in that we've increased awareness throughout the state of Colorado that education needs more funding. We know now that our legislative body is aware that we aren't going to go away quietly, and that the superintendents, teachers, parents will continue to make their voice heard. Hopefully, as we go forward, we see some change, some meaningful change in funding here in Colorado for schools, and I'm confident that we will see some positives that will come out of this defeat of Amendment 73. I was so proud of all of the work that so many people did. I know that it consumed so much of my time here over the course of this initial quarter of our school year. And I know that I'm not the only one who is putting a lot of time into it. Certainly, as I said in my email the other day, both Tara Sharp and Rebecca Guthrie absolutely deserve our thank yous. So when you see them, make sure you pat them on the back and tell them thank you. And so many others too that really were great supporters throughout this process. So onward and upward, we'll continue to fight the good fight, and that's a big part of my job, is making sure that every potential resource that can come into West Grand School District is available to you so you can do the great work you do with our kids. So I continue to vow to do that, and this is not going to slow me down. So let's talk a little bit about the trivia contest from last week. The trivia question, if you recall, was that the highest paved road in North America is actually here in Colorado. But the question was, where does it go? Well, obviously, a lot of you knew that answer. Over 20 of you submitted the correct answer, which is Mount Evans. And congratulations to Wes Howell, who was the first person to get that correct answer in. Wes, your prize will be coming to you anytime soon. I'll catch up with you as quickly as I can on that. For this week, I have another trivia question for you, and it is also about the state of Colorado. So the Congressional Medal of Honor, there are a number of living Congressional Medal of Honor winners. However, there are 4 who live in the same city, and it happens to be here in Colorado. So the question is, what city in Colorado has 4 living Congressional Medal of Honor winners currently living there? Get that answer to me, and again, we'll give a shout out to the person who gets that answer in first in next week's video. While we are talking about recognition or shout outs, I want to throw a little bit of recognition to a group of people who probably don't get anywhere near as much recognition as they deserve, and that would be 3 very special people that are a part of our district, that aren't technically a part of our district, but I'd like to think that they are. 3 people who work with us regularly from BOCES. That would be Trish Cook, our SPED director, Becca and Anne Marie, who are speech pathologists and occupational therapists. Both of them are here quite regularly working with our students, and of course Trish is here working with us and meeting in IEP meetings and all that kind of stuff. So we really appreciate them. Starfish will be coming your way, so we'll be getting a starfish to all 3 of you sometime early next week. Thank you for everything you do for our kids. We really, truly appreciate it, and we want you to really feel like you're a part of our family, because you really are. Next week is American Education Week, something I wanted to just really quickly touch base on. The National Education Association declares the second full week in November every year as American Education Week, and our board next week will take action to declare officially next week as American Education Week here in West Grand. among the activities that we'll be doing is we want to give an opportunity for our community to come in and see the work that we do, just open, honest, here's what's happening in West Grand. And so on Tuesday at 10 o'clock and then also at 2 o'clock, both the high school and the K-8 building will be open for some guided tours for parents and other community members. Mr. Buller and Mrs. Bauer will be coordinating that, and we really look forward to that. On Thursday of next week, we really want to demonstrate what an incredible team we are, that we are a West Grand team. So we would like to ask everybody to wear your jerseys next Thursday. It'll be really a powerful statement to see all of us in jerseys, working together, standing together, and hanging out together. So wear your jerseys next Thursday. And now back to the word cinnamon roll. So on Monday of next week, we want to give a shout out to every single faculty member here in West Grand. So we have decided that we will have cinnamon rolls and coffee in the collaboration room at the K-8 and in the lounge up at the high school, available for all of our employees. So Martha will be bringing in the coffee, I will be bringing the cinnamon rolls, and we'll have those for you hopefully by 7:30 on Monday morning. So make sure you stop by and grab a cinnamon roll and some coffee and enjoy it, because you deserve it for all the hard work that you do. And next up, let's talk about what I'm working on. There's really been a lot of my time consumed by Amendment 73, but I've also been working on a few other things. One of those is to be starting to look into the reality or the realism around daycare and the potential for daycare services for our employees, and then also, potentially for our community. We're not at a point where certainly I could say that we're going to have something in place, but we are beginning to look into what is the realism of that, what will we have to have, what are the partnerships that are necessary, what would we have for space, those types of things. So certainly anybody who has questions and thoughts on that, come and visit with me. I would also say that Michelle DeSanti in the Kremling Preschool has been a big part of this conversation as well. Again, we're nowhere near saying we're doing this, not doing this, anything like that. But I do want you to know we are looking into it. We know that it's a very important thing and it's a very high need for our employees. So we're definitely taking a look to see what we can potentially do. I would say maybe the other thing, we're looking at all of our benefits. We're really taking an in-depth look at healthcare and what are some things we can potentially do there that might benefit everybody, your bottom line in your pocket, as we go forward. So we're going to be continuing to look at that, along with a lot of other things. We continue to work with policy through our policy committee. I have to say the policy committee process seems to be moving along very well right now. I think the committee is getting very comfortable with the work and starting to understand that they come in, they've pre-read all the policies that we're going to talk about, and they've got ideas of, what about making a change here or making a change there. And I think that's very, very productive for us. And then the school to work or school to career work continues to happen with Grand County Higher Ed, partnership with East Grand School District, and also with Freeport-McMoran. So very excited about that work. And I'm sure there's 1,000 other things that we're doing, but I think that'll probably cover us for today. So this weekend, quite a few more activities happening. We wish our football team a lot of good luck as they go down and take on Pikes Peak Christian down in Colorado Springs. Hopefully they come home with the W there, and maybe we'll get lucky and have a home game for the semifinals next week in the state football playoffs. So I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Hopefully it warms up a little bit. Got pretty cold today. So have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week. We are West Grand.